is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2012 and on to the sports section. So let's get started. Up first we have Ali, a great film directed by Michael Mann starring Will Smith. Came out in 2001, of course about Muhammad Ali. Next we have Any Given Sunday from 1999, directed by Oliver Stone. Great cast, but not a great football movie. It's okay at best. American football, sorry. Next we have The Bad News Bears, the original from 1976. Classic, of course, with Walter Matthau. Next we have Bend It Like Beckham from 2003 with Keira Knightley. Awesome movie. I absolutely adore this film. Next we have Blades of Glory from 2007 with Will Ferrell and John Heder. Not a great movie about figure skating, but it's still pretty fun. Next we have Bull Durham from 1988 with Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, and Tim Robbins. I did a video for the Movie Reviewers 100 of this film. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. Next we have Caddyshack, my all-time favorite film about golf. Just hilarious, from 1980 with Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, and Rodney Dangerfield. Next we have The Champ from 1931 with Wallace Beery and Jackie Cooper. Next we have Chariots of Fire from 1981. This is an awesome film. Great score by Vangelis. Yeah, just one of the best films of the 1980s. Next we have a bunch of Chelsea highlight videos. That's Why We're Champions, the official season review of 2005-06. This was their second of back-to-back Premier League titles in the mid-2000s. Next we have the double Chelsea end of season review 09-10 when they won the Premier League and the FA Cup that same year. And my most recent pickup, Chelsea Football Club Champions of Europe 2012, chronicling their great run to the Champions League title last summer against Bayern Munich. Also won the FA Cup. Next we have Cinderella Man from 2005, great film directed by Ron Howard with Russell Crowe, Renee Zellweger, and Paul Giamatti. Next we have The Color of Money, sort of the unofficial sequel to The Hustler with Paul Newman and Tom Cruise. Great movie about pool. Next we have Cool Runnings from 1993, great film with John Candy. About the Jamaican bobsled team in the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. The ending of this film always brings me to tears. When they crash on their final run and they pick up the bobsled and carry it over the finish line with the swish sort of clapping them on. Oh man, it always gets to me in that moment. Next we have The Damned United, great film from 2009 starring Michael Sheen as Brian Clough. One of England's greatest football managers, of course, his time with Leeds United and then Nottingham Forest. Yeah, just a great movie. If you love football, that's a great film. Next we have Days of Thunder, classic, of course, directed by Tony Scott with Tom Cruise from 1990. Next we have Diggstown from 1992, really underrated film about boxing, sort of a con man's movie as well. Good crime film with James Woods and Louis Gossett Jr. Next we have Driven from 2001, starring Sylvester Stallone. Good cast, Burt Reynolds, Gina Gershon, Estella Warren, but not a great film about Formula One racing, directed by Rennie Harlan. Next we have a highlight video, England's Greatest Goals, 1966 to 2003. Lots of great English football stars over the years. Next we have The Fan, also directed by Tony Scott from 1996 with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes. Pretty ridiculous film in my opinion, but I still enjoy it. Next we have Fever Pitch from 2003. Very good movie with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore about the Boston Red Sox and their first World Series after 86 years or whatever it was. Next we have Field of Dreams, a classic baseball film, of course, starring Kevin Costner from 1989. Next we have The Fighter on Blu-ray, a great film from 2011, directed by David O. Russell with Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, Amy Adams. Yeah, just a great film. Next we have Green Street Hooligans from 2005, I believe, with Elijah Wood and Charlie Hunnam. Good movie about hooliganisms and firms, guys who support teams, basically do battle in brawls before matches. Good stuff. Next we have Happy Gilmore, one of my favorite Adam Sandler films from 1996. Yeah, pretty funny still. Next we have this great box set, The History of Soccer, or Football if you prefer, The Beautiful Game. It's like 6 discs, lots of interesting stuff, sort of chronicles the origins of football and all through the 20th century, how football sort of changed nations and politics. It covers everything. It's a great little series. Next we have Hoosiers from 1986, great film, of course, starring Gene Hackman. Next we have The Hurricane. Love the song by Bob Dylan, of course, but this film starring Denzel Washington that came out in 1999 is very good as well, about Reuben Hurricane Carter. Next we have The Hustler, like I mentioned earlier, from 1961, just a gorgeous film with Paul Newman, Minnesota Fats. Jackie Gleason as Minnesota Fats, George C. Scott. Yeah, one of my favorite films of the 60s. Next we have Invictus, one of my favorite films of 2009, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela and Matt Damon. Just a great film about the 1993 Rugby World Cup and how the two inspired the nation to win that. Next we have Jerry Maguire from 1996, great film, of course, directed by Cameron Crowe, starring Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger. What's his name? Guy who won Best Supporting Actor that year, Cuba Gooding Jr. Sorry. Kingpin from 1996, very funny movie with Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid, and Vanessa Angel. Whatever happened to her, man? She was a hottie. I remember her on that Weird Science TV show, but that's about it. Next we have Le Mans from 1973, great movie starring Steve McQueen about the 24-hour race in Le Mans, France. He did all his driving for that film as well. Next we have A League of Their Own, classic baseball film, of course, from 1992, which I rewatched last year with Tom Hanks, Madonna, and Gina Davis. Yeah, just a great movie. Next we have The Legend of Bagger Vance from 2000. Also, I did a review of this film for the Movie Reviewers 100. Great movie, great golf movie with Will Smith, Matt Damon, and Charlize Theron. Again, the link will be in the description for that video if you want to check it out. Next we have The Longest Yard, the original one from 1973 with Burt Reynolds. Was not a fan of the remake with Adam Sandler, but the original is a great movie. Next we have Lords of Dogtown from 2005, great movie about Dogtown and Z-Boys, the origins sort of skateboarding and that culture. Yeah, really good cast, Emile Hirsch, and Heath Ledger are really the standouts. I also have the documentary, I picked it up last month. Next we have Major League, one of my favorite comedies growing up as a kid, about the Cleveland Indians. Came out in 1989, of course. Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, and Corbin Burnson, Rene Russo. Absolutely hilarious. I love Major League. Next we have $1 Million Baby from 2004, Oscar-winning film that year. Of course, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring himself, Hilary Swank, and Morgan Freeman. Heartbreaking film at the end. Next we have Miracle from 2003, a great film about the Miracle on Ice, the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team and their victory over the Soviet Union in the semifinals, and of course their run to the gold medal with Kurt Russell. Next we have Moneyball on Blu-ray, one of my favorite films of 2011, of course. Brad Pitt, great as A's GM. What's his name? Something Bean. Forgetting his first name for some reason. Jonah Hill, amazing in this. Philip Seymour Hoffman, great as the manager. Billy Bean, sorry. How could I forget the A's general manager? Anyway, moving on. Next we have Mystery Alaska from 1999. Fun hockey movie with Russell Crowe, Hank Azaria. Really good cast. Burt Reynolds, Cole Meany, Lolita Davidovich, Mary McCormick. Yeah, I like that film. Next we have The Natural from 1984 with Robert Redford, sort of classic baseball movie. Next we have The Pride of the Yankees from 1942 starring Gary Cooper, great film about Lou Gehrig and his battle with Lou Gehrig's disease. Next we have Radio from 2003, a good sort of high school football movie with Ed Harris and Cuba Gooding Jr. Next we have Raging Bull, one of my favorite Martin Scorsese films, of course, from 1980. Just a brilliant performance by Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Kathy Moriarty, one of the greatest films of all time. Next we have Remember the Titans, sorry about the glare. Yeah, good film from 2000, again about high school football. With Denzel Washington, a very young Hayden Panettiere, who I enjoy a lot in this film. She's quite funny. Next we have Rocky. Let's see if I can help with the glare here. Classic, of course, from 1976. The only Rocky film I have at the moment. Yeah, thought about getting the sequels, but just really haven't pulled the trigger. Next we have Rounders from 1998. I'm contemplating rewatching this tonight for Matt Damon Week for the Movie Reviewers 100. Great film about Texas Hold'em poker, of course, starring Matt Damon, like I said, Ed Norton, John Turturro, Famke Janssen, Gretchen Mol, and the great John Malkovich. Yeah, I just love Malkovich in this film. He's just hilarious. Really good movie. Might have to give that a rewatch tonight. Next we have Rudy. Classic, of course, from 1993 about Notre Dame football and Rudy Rudiger, starring Sean Astin. Okay, next we have a couple of my San Francisco Giants World Series box sets, of course, 2010, their first win in San Francisco, and of course last year, 2012 as well. Awesome time to be a San Francisco sports fan at the moment, because we move on to my San Francisco 49ers DVDs, and we got the 5 greatest games. There are 5 Super Bowl victories, and hopefully in 9 days it'll be 6. As most of you know, Niners are in the Super Bowl against the Ravens. And next we have Niners, the complete history. Yeah, great stuff, these. Okay. Next we have The Sandlot from 1992, classic, of course. A lot of people grew up watching this. Next we have Seabiscuit, awesome film from 2003, starring Tobey Maguire. What's his name? I'm going to say it wrong. It's something Cooper. I forgot his first name. My mom loves him as an actor. She'll give me hell for that. Anyway, another horse racing movie, Secretariat, a really good film from 2010 on Blu-ray, starring Diane Lane and John Malkovich, one of the great horses of the 70s. Next we have Slapshot, awesome film about hockey, starring Paul Newman from 1977, directed by George Roy Hill. Next we have Suicide Kings, more of a crime drama, of course, but what's his name? Christopher Walken, amazing in this. Jay Moore as well, and Dennis Leary, I love in this film. Great movie from 1998. It's also got Leonard from Big Bang Theory. Yeah, fun film, that one. Next we have Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, of course, from 2000. When did this come out? I'll say 2006. That's my best guess right now. Fun movie about NASCAR. Will Ferrell and Sacha Baron Cohen. A lot of fun. Okay, next we have my Tiger, the authorized DVD collection, all about his life and his legacy, and before he sort of took a fall. And I have a bunch of his majors on DVD. I have all of them, actually, all his victories at majors. The 97 Masters, his first. 2001 Masters, 2002 Masters, 05 Masters, 2000 US Open at Pebble Beach on VHS, the only VHS I have in my collection because it's not available on DVD. The 2002 US Open, his last major, the 2008 US Open at Torrey Pines, which he is playing at today, actually, this weekend, the Farmers Insurance Open. He has a couple shot lead. He's leading the tournament after 2 rounds. He's won like 7 times there, or 8 now. His 2000 British Open win at St. Andrews. 2005 also at St. Andrews. 2006 at Hoylake, Royal Liverpool. Next we have his PGA Championship victories, 1999 at Medina, I believe, then 2000 in Valhalla, in, what was this, Louisville? Yeah, it says the Louisville Slugger. His win at Southern Hills in 2005, and again in at Medina in 2006. So that's his 14 majors. Still on 14. I think that's right. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Next we have Tin Cup, a great film about golf, starring Kevin Costner and Rene Russo from 1996. Really enjoyed that film. Next we have Victory from 1981, a great film sort of about World War II POWs taking on Germans. Starring Sylvester Stallone, Pele of all people, Michael Caine. Next we have Warrior, a great film from last year on Blu-ray, starring Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, Nick Nolte. I'm not a fan of MMA, but I really enjoyed Warrior. Next we have White Man Can Jump. Oh, my legs are tired, and my arm. Great film about sort of pickup basketball, and came out in 1992 with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. Next we have Wimbledon, tennis, one of my first loves, of course, growing up. Really good movie with Kirsten Dunst and Paul Bettany that came out in 2004. Been watching some of the Aussie Open, of course, Andy Murray and Djokovic in the final. Very topical, this video today. And finally we have The Wrestler from 2008, I believe, or 2009. Great film directed by Darren Aronofsky, starring Mickey Rourke, Marissa Tomei, and Evan Rachel Wood. Yeah, I was a fan of wrestling when I moved to this country in my teens. Sort of gone off it a long time ago, in fact, but it's a great film. So that is the sports section, longer than usual. Just wanted to get through it. So up next will be the superhero section. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya.